Hello everybody, Warrior Fire here, and welcome back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold as Steel 2. Last time, we spent a rest day in the Ymir before got a unwelcome visit by the Noble Alliance. Got completely wrecked by them, and Ring got taken aboard Noble Alliance's airship and rule in order to prevent them from destroying Ymir. Took some time, eventually escaped alongside Princess Alphen, and got a big rescue from the Courageous, as well as the entire rest of the party. So now, jump right in at the start of Act 2.
If that is all, I will return to a state of inactivity.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my awakener.
Don't worry, I will. We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh? I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you, really. And that goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Just don't scare us like that again, alright?
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
And yet you somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
You make it sound like it was easy. Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Reen's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself. My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them. Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Don't encourage him, Milliam.
Well, it's probably not impossible. Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Reen!
Toa! George! I thought I heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel, so you were on board too?
You bet. Good to see you, Rain.
Whoa!
It's really you. You're really okay. No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance. We've been so worried about you.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I? Sorry, Toa, but I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista. And it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
Oh. You remembered. You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. We still need to work on that one, but I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Rain's a guy you can count on. Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready. The Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance. What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit. And we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
He did?
I hope he's still alright. By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are always joined at the hip.
Ah, alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. We're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
With him too? So he's over in the west now.
Huh. I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Hyarm's Sutherland province, along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact. But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage. On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
That's terrible.
I'd heard as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. That means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really. With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war, what exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Rean was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
This is a full-on war, and our fellow Erebonian countrymen stand on both sides. No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this, a part only we can play. We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
That was wonderful, Rean.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes, we want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think I speak for everyone in Class 7 when I say that.
You bet.
I agree completely.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
As Rean said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every intention of following it.
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
No biggie. We're Class 7. Throw in a few of Rean's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
Look at you kids.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
That's the Class 7 I'm proud to serve.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true that Thor students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too, and they feel the exact same way that you guys do.
I understand. Your Highness.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction. But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish. We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you. From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
What?
What?
Father, would you mind elaborating?
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Well, yes, but
But then what will you do?
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces. Once there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region. The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
I was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of eastern Erebonia in your hands.
Wow.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
Kinda. If we've got the courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the guild could come up with a plan this wild.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the guild's members handle things, yourself included. Oh, and Alphen?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alphen Rysay Arner, will guarantee the legitimacy of their actions. So do whatever you see fit to do. You have my full support.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Wow!
We're truly honored to have you with us.
No turning back now.
Yeah, seriously.
We hereby humbly accept custody of the courageous.
Please, leave Eastern Erebonia to us.
We'll be counting on you then.
I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
On that day, Class 7 was entrusted with the day-to-day running of the Courageous. Viscount Harsaid and Prince Olivert decided they would disembark near Legram and travel to western Erebonia across the lake. And after receiving the bare minimum of instructions on how to operate the ship, its bright-eyed new owners set course for Ebel Highway.
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
It would be an honor.
So, how do I look? Wow, it really does suit you. Yeah, the size is just right, too. Fortunately, I had a spare on hand that was a size smaller. That is quite fortunate. Or kind of like a cute mascot. Like a human Mitchie. Perhaps we should capitalize on this opportunity with an irresistible line of Captain Toa merchandise. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Oh, you two are terrible. Gotta say, that's a nice touch, Toa. It really suits you. Yep, you definitely look the part of a captain with it. I think things will be just fine here in our absence. Yeah, you guys won't be needing us around much longer. So, you guys are taking off then? We'll be disembarking together with the father, yes? Yeah, it was nice to help out until you guys got back together again. But now that you are, there's no use in me sticking around. With the situation to the west what it is, I've decided to help out over there instead. I intend to return to commanding the RMP. I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. We understand. Bye-bye, Claire. Bump into Lecter somewhere. Make sure you say hi for me. I'll be sure to do so. I have been entrusted with a number of research tasks by Chairman Irina, as it so happens. So this is a farewell for now. That doesn't sound shady at all. But, well, stay safe, alright? Whether you're a member of Ouroboros or not, it'll never change how our family's made. Oh my. I'm touched to hear you say so. Please, my lady, take care of yourself. Still, let's keep in touch, okay? I'm gonna keep gathering as much info as I can through the Guild's intelligence network. It's not like Erebonia's the only place where strange stuff's going down now. True. I'm particularly concerned about what's happening over in Crossbell. Anyway, I'll leave that to you. Give my regards to Miles. You know it. Thanks for everything you've done for us. I'm sure that we wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for your help. Hey, no need to get all stiff all of a sudden. You're embarrassing me. We may be working separately from now on, but I intend to do all I can to aid you in the future. Take care, everyone.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now. Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The old guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the old guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
He and I may have had our differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him. But there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually...
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue. I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the Intelligence Division did something to that effect.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern. It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave. He had so many plots in motion, I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
Touring Arabonia 1.
No change in weather or wind direction since entering Kreutzen provincial airspace.
We are currently cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH. Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, she's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
P.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now all that remains is to do it. Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way. And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Arabonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want. I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
Sheesh, Sarah.
You slacker.
You can say that again, V.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arsate School of Sportsmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
I was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Getting back to the matter at hand, we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now? Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve it?
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
We were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
Toa, George, the Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but...
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper-class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though. No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are gonna be rock solid.
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity. Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point. We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from Thors from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the Academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea!
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it. I know the feeling, actually. Everything works for me.
I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can. All for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
Well, I suppose what we need to decide next is where we should head for first. Yeah, don't have any places we can go at the moment. There's Lagram, Ymir, the Nord Islands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division's base too, right? Yeah, I asked Tad about that yesterday, and he's fine with it. Probably better for us to swing by all of them once, really. Oh, almost forgot. Prince Oliver sent you a few requests to take care of. He did? Oh, joy. The details are all right behind you. Behind us? Oh, there's an Orbital computer here. I've only ever really used the one in class. No need to fear. technology doesn't bite. Plus, it'll be easier in the long run for you to grab stuff from there. So go on, take a look. Sure. Oh, lucky us. These are made by the Epstein Foundation, so they're identical to the ones that we used in class. There we go. Something's popped up. So this is how everything's displayed. The Intelligence Division has some of these too, I think. Right. 2 required quests and 2 optional. The Monster Madness. A large, mysterious monster has appeared in the Highlands. You would ordinarily have asked Locken to take care of it, but he's out on patrol and can't be reached. Would you be willing to defeat it for us in its stead? If so, you can find me talking with Gwen in the lakeside cabin. Okay. Find our first years. I figured out where you Thor's students are. No, it's important to get them to join us, but I just want to make sure our first years are safe. I'll be checking on Monica, Mint, Casper, Phoebe. Sure, they'd all make great additions to the crew. The terminal on the bridge will tell you just where you can find them. Thanks. Nice. Without leave. The civilian we had taken into our protective custody has vanished. Will you be willing to offer us a few more sets of eyes as we look for him? Speak with me at the camp for further details. Okay. From Elliot's father. Right. And in Legram. There's one from Nord, one from Legram, one from Gorelia's Proving Ground. Seems we've all got plenty of work in store for us all over the country. And how I wish it were my imagination. I think I saw a depressingly familiar name on one of them as well. I'm kind of worried about the one Dad sent us. And I don't think we can ignore that unusual monster that's appeared in Nord either. Prince Oliver took the time to gather and send all of these to us himself. Wow! How'd he manage to do that? He just left for Western Arabonia. He's a guy with plenty of connections, especially through the Bracer Guild. He said he's going to keep finding stuff like this that he thinks he can handle and send them your way. How many you end up doing is up to you, but I'd recommend taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Understood. I don't think any of us mind one bit. Indeed, it helps bring focus to our goal of touring the region and helping those in need. But that being said, I would assume checking the safety of our fellow Thor students is our top priority. I took the liberty of giving you that one myself. We're slowly getting information in on where other Thor students could be. Anytime we find something, we'll update the computer. Who knows? Maybe they'll be willing to join us too. How convenient. I'm suddenly very grateful for those classes. Guess we'll be checking this thing pretty often. Well, I think that's almost everything. When you've decided where you want to go first, let me know, okay? Oh, and George is hard at work setting up an orbital factory in the ship's hold. So if you need any modifications made to your carcass or any quartz, you can sort those out there. While you're at it, it's worth checking out the other facilities on board too. It's not much now while we're short on staff, but I'm sure any students who recruit will get creative with their space. Well, might as well. Still, you guys mind if we figure out who's going to be making up our first active party when we disembark first? Actually, if we're doing that now, would you mind including me? I'd like to see the strange monster from the Highlands request it myself. Well, I don't mind at all. That sounds fair. I can come with you if you need a hand too. You just let me know if I'm needed, okay? Thanks, instructor. Now, let's see. It is temporarily not possible to remove Gaius from the party. Right, and get a total of 6 to bring with us. Definitely want Emma. Support Eustace and Sarah. Okay, let's get going. Right, let's go, go, go! Act 2, The Awakening Lions. I should probably do as the instructor recommends and tour the facilities on board at least once before disembarking. There's not much. It'd be smart to go see George and the ship's hold and pay Valimar a visit. Might be good to see Princess Alphen too. Hey, now view the student info tab in Notebook. Hey, the main section. Nothing there. Wait, let's start with the computer. And to keep show flight animation on for now. Now, student information. Monica, looked after by the Imperial Army at the Guerrilla Proving Ground, and assisting the Imperial Army at the Watchtower in the Nord Highlands. Casper, sighted in Legram. Phoebe, sighted in Legram. Clara, sighted at the ancient quarry in the Nord Highlands. Emily Nicholas formed a resistance group with the other second years, sighted along the Guerrilla Byroad. Right. Got a handful of it. locations. Right. The fourth floor. Next, keep going down at one floor at a time. Make things simple. This floor has the conference room and the royal room. The latter is exclusively for Princess Alphen, obviously, but I bet we'll be using the former quite a bit. About the fourth floor facilities. The fourth floor contains a number of useful facilities, including a conference room and various training rooms. Also contains the royal room, which, as the name suggests, was designed for members of the Imperial family on board. Right now, that's Princess Alphen. There are 3 training rooms in all, built to train your close combat, ranged combat, and arts capabilities respectively. These can't be used immediately, but you will be able to use them once you have recruited students capable of running them. Right, one story event here. Hey, got Laura here. I certainly didn't expect this ship to be equipped with the training facilities. I've been told that we're welcome to them should the urge strike us. However, the door is to remain closed when not in use. I can't imagine being given a more perfect set of wings. It's going to be difficult to repay Father and Prince Oliver for such an incredible gift. That's true, but we know where to start. There's a lot we can do to better people's lives now that we can take to the air. Indeed, between our swords and our ship, I'm certain we can make a difference, and together we shall do so. It can actually get into the other ones. That's where everyone is. Whew. Nap room. Figures that. Also a game room. I take it my brother had already left the Pantagruel by the time we arrived. To be perfectly honest, I breathed a sigh of relief when he didn't come out to meet us. After all, now I can see the gap between the two of us more starkly than ever. We wouldn't stand a chance as we are. Eustace, I've never seen him this completely drained of his confidence. Having this ship in our possession is like having a sword dangled over our heads. The day will come when we have to face him. We are nothing to him now, but if we use what time we have wisely, perhaps that won't be the case next time. We can beat him. Don't lose hope. Let's go talk to Alvin. Hello, Reen. Hello, Your Highness. What's that document you've got there? Oh, just a little formality I need to get through before we really get started. It's to show that control of this ship has been temporarily passed from our family to you. And that you've been given the legitimate right to use it as you see fit. Oh, right. Well, if you need my help to cross any T's or dot any I's, let me know. You've been gracious enough to join us on the ship, so the least I can do is help you out with whatever you need. Oh, don't worry. Half of being a member of the Imperial family is paperwork anyway. I can handle it on my own. Besides, you've all helped me more than enough already. Come to think of it, I never did thank you for saving me from the panther troll, did I? Properly, I mean. Thank you very much, Reen. I truly never expected that you would be my knight in shining armor. That's not something I need to be thanked for. Back in Ymir, I swore that I would rescue both you and Elise from the Alliance. I've completed half of that task, and now I've got to finish the job. Then let me help you with the rescuing her. I'll be keeping a close eye on you. To see if it really order the Phoenix Wings metal material. What's this now? It's a very exclusive honor that my family only awards every few years to people who are really deserving of it. There are 3 medals in all: charity, love, and strength, awarded to people who exemplify said virtues. Just so happens that, as a ship of the Imperial family, we have some of those medals on here, so I have them to give. That's remarkably convenient. So, if you demonstrate your worthiness for any of those medals, I'd like to give them to you. Though in your case, I'm sure it's more a matter of when than if. I don't know if I'd say that. Still, it can't hurt to try to live up to those lofty expectations. But medals or no medals, most important thing to me right now is rescuing Elise. And helping you reunite with your family, too. Of course. Now read about the Order of the Phoenix Wings in the Royal Rooms bookshelf. Medal of Charity. An award granted only to those who have independently and voluntarily strived to better the lives of others across the land. Medal of Love. Award granted only to those who have demonstrated love for their fellow human beings, showing and earning the trust and understanding of many people. And the Medal of Strength. An award granted only to those who have performed great acts of strength, defeating powerful foes to protect this nation and its people. Definitely good to know. Right, 3rd floor. You can access the front and rear decks from this floor, and it's where all the shops are. I'll probably see a lot of this place. out the third floor facility is. The third floor contains a variety of facilities you can make use of, including shops and a room you can use to take a nap. Definitely going to be helpful, that one. Only one shop is available for now, but by recruiting those students, you can raise that number up to 4. The aforementioned nap room allows you to rest and restore your HP and EP for free. I think I go and make use of that. I'll get problem doesn't affect EP or CP though. Hello there, guys. Whoa, is that the hawk that saved us back in Nord? Good eye. His name's Zio, and he's a friend of mine. He flew all the way here just to spend some time with us. I don't speak Hawk, but I'd guess he's saying that he's happy we're all back together again. You think so? Thanks, Zio. My people revere hawks as sacred birds, so I think his being here is a sign that this ship has the wind's blessing. The skies may be vast, but with the winds looking after us, we should be able to fly them with ease. Oh, and I'm even happier to have Zio here. That definitely does seem helpful. Have a storage room, which has nothing to interact with. Hey, Elliot, doing some violin maintenance, I see. Yeah, probably seems kind of strange, huh? I would have thought so too. But Prince Oliver changed my mind with a few choice words of encouragement. Said, war or no war, the power of music never weakens. If the path of a musician is truly what you aspire to, then even the way you fight should reflect that and be your own. That makes a lot of sense coming from Prince Oliver, too. He plays the lute, doesn't he? That's right. He's performed all over the country, and even outside of it. I'm not exactly sure what he means about finding my own way to fight, but I'm going to try to figure that out. Maybe if I just keep on fighting while staying true to myself, the answer will come to me. I sure hope it does. Right. What do you have to say, Elisa? Elliot and I have been talking about what we should do now that we have this ship. Making sure everyone from Thor's is alive and well should definitely be one of our top priorities, if you ask me. I think it'd be helpful to have the entire lacrosse club on board, but the other students probably wouldn't hurt. The more the better in my book. You'll need as many able bodies as possible when it's time to take back doors too. So let's get everyone we can. Yeah. Right, more for the current quest. Hopefully, be able to find enough of them. Definitely got good helpful weapons here. Yeah. Everything for it. That's don't need those bucks anymore. Need to hold off on buying new weapons for now. Going back there. Right to the second floor. There's a ton of stuff on this floor. I should probably take a look around to see what's on offer. About the second floor facilities. The second floor has a wide variety of facilities, including a kitchen and an infirmary. While these facilities are currently a little, shall we say, limited, more will become available as you continue to recruit students. This floor also contains a game room, which is just right for playing Blade 2 against your classmates. Yeah, also have vending machines. Have it same items Great, looks like no snowboarding is possible here. It feels like ages since the last time I had a chance to play Blade. Oh, wait. Did I end up with some cards when I was on the Bandit roll? Green took out a Blade 2 deck. On closer inspection, he noticed a scrap of paper stuck between two of the cards inside. Huh? What is this? Welcome to the new and improved version of Blade, creatively titled Blade 2. It's basically the same thing, but with a few more cards to make it more strategic. Give it a shot. I think you'll like it. Just don't let it distract you too much from becoming a better pilot. Night pilot, okay? Crow. When did he get this into my pocket? He could have just given it to me when we were sitting together. But I guess this is a much more Crow approach. Oh well. Still, I like the sound of more strategic. Maybe I should try inviting someone down for a game sometime. Have to get all the practice in that I can if I ever want to be Crow anyway. Now play Blade 2. Selecting one of the card tables will allow you to call a classmate for a game. Playing against someone will allow you to deepen your bond with them, regardless of whether you win or lose. However, you can only deepen or bond with 5 characters at a time. Characters you have deepened or bond with get a star next to their name. After each major story development, these stars are removed, allowing you to deepen your bond with any 5 characters of your choosing again. Hey, check the rules again. Right. Blade 2 is a card game in which 2 players take turns placing a number of cards on the field and 5 or greater total sum. Once both the players have been dealt their hands, they must each draw a card from the deck and place it on the field. These are still the same at this point. The player draws the lower number, must then proceed to place a card from their hand onto the field. The player who goes second must then play a card with a value that allows them to surpass their opponent's current total. This process repeats until one player can no longer surpass their opponent's total value, or they run out of cards. Should both the players have an equal total at any point, the field is cleared and both players must draw and play new cards. If the final card of the game is used to clear the field, the match will result in a draw. Okay, so same rules as always. Right, 5 types of cards in Blade. Blade cards are the most common. They are numbered from 1 to 7. Bolt cards remove the last card that your opponent placed on the field. As a special rule, a Blade card with a value of 1 can be used to bring back a card removed by the use of a Bolt card. Your cards are used to switch the positions of the cards currently placed on the field. Blast cards allow you to choose one of your opponent's cards to discard. This does not let you see their hand, however. Force cards double your current total. These are very powerful cards, but require careful usage to achieve their full effect. Bolt, Mirror, Blast, and Force cards each have a value of 1 if they are the first card to be placed on the field. But be careful. Using any of them as your last move is considered a foul and will cost you the match. Alright. Let's start with Emma.
Promise you'll go easy on me? Shall we draw? I'm going first, then.
3.
Oh, we have the same score. Let's draw again. And the first move is all yours, Reen.
Right.
I'm going to use a Bolt card. Ow! I wasn't expecting that. Time to use a Mirror card.
Well played.
Ow! I wasn't expecting that. Time to use a Mirror card. Oh no! This could be trouble.
Right.
Oh no! This
Double.
could be trouble. Oh, you beat me.
Right. That one's all yours. Do let me know if you want to play again, though. I'll be happy to join you. Ooh. Very close to Link level 5 with that. Right, next up,
Let's
go
get
with
started.
Elisa.
Go on, draw a card. Same score, huh? Want to redraw? After you, then.
And go
What?
here.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
What? You can't do that. Ugh, now you've done it.
Right, turn again.
Blast! I won.
Well played, Elisa. I win this one. Well, I'll be going now. See you later. Hey, Link level 4. Alright. Let's see. Like, Elliot and Machias both have it lowest. Those two next.
Go easy on me, okay? Okay, let's draw. Well, looks like I'm up first. Bolt!
And I'll hold on to that here.
Really? You're playing that now?
And
Really? You're playing that
here.
now? Blast!
Ooh, got my other bolt.
Bolt!
Nice try, Elliot.
Oh, that's too bad.
Aw, I was hoping I'd win that one too. I'll get you next time, though. Right, now, Machias.
I'm not gonna hold back. Well then, go ahead and draw. You're up first, Reen. Now you've done it.
Got a good one. Now let's go ahead and do
Even.
We'll have to reset that.
I'm going first.
Right, then I'll take that hand of yours.
Now you've done it. Mirror!
Ew,
Guess
well
I won this
played,
time.
Yes, victory's mine. Well, that's enough played for me. See you later. Alright, I'll go with the B next. Just did round this.
Let the battle begin.
Round off. You got a force.
We draw here, right? You're first, I guess. Mirror.
Right, so you can play that game
Crap.
with me.
Mirror. Force.
Nice try.
Oh, guess I lost.
Yes, I'll let you have that one. Next one's mine, though. Ooh, and close to Link level 4. Right, that's it for Blade. Yeah, and Celine are here. What a well-stocked infirmary. All of the usual essentials, like medicine and bandages, are here in ample supply. Well, that's good to know. As much as I hate to say it, we'll probably end up needing all of that. After all, we're dealing with a war here. Even I'm not optimistic enough to think none of us will ever get hurt. That's true. Hopefully, he'll be able to avoid losing anyone. Even ignoring the tragedy of it, loss like that would make taking on a Crow and a Vita nearly impossible. Yeah, you're right. There's another good reason to stay alive. Oh look, it's Mr. Do-It himself. Guess you're too cool to care about the potential risks of kicking your support out of the core, huh? Talk about holding a grudge. Hey, I'm sorry. Really, I am. You better be. Just make sure it doesn't happen again, you hear me? Sure, Emma's got most of my attention now. But when you are fighting in Valimar, I'm your support. I need to see just what you two are capable of, so don't count me out yet. I can live with that. Oh, make sure you don't start getting ahead of yourself. Still think they made the right call. Oh, with the what he did there. Bunch of random info. Imperial Chronicle back issues. That's the Imperial Chronicle from it first game. It's like none of that gets registered in the book section, so nothing to really worry about there. All of the ship's operating manuals are in here, and shockingly, are relatively easy to understand. In fact, the biggest hurdle to reading them is extricating all of the other books that have been jammed in here. I think we can blame that on Prince Oliver. He doesn't really strike me as particularly organized. Given the state of the game room across the hallway, I'd say that's sugarcoating it. Maybe that's for the best. I was pretty nervous when I heard that we'd be looking after a military ship. After seeing the state the prince left it in, the pressure's off. Wow. Yeah, maybe this was all deliberate. Like he's sending us a message saying that it's okay to relax and unwind sometimes. We obviously need to take our work seriously. And if he doesn't see any harm in taking a break, then neither do I. That is all very important. Right. That's the computer room. Which can't do anything in. So, to the kitchen. This ship's got everything we could ever want. But how's it compared to the Pantagruel? Well, the Pantagruel's bigger and more luxurious. But the Courageous matches it step for step in terms of facilities. And it's more mobile. Got a cooler sounding name too. Thought so. And there's still room to add more. Oh, that reminds me. I had a chance to sit and chat with those two Zephyr members while I was on board. They weren't exactly in the chattiest of moods, of course, but it was pretty clear that they're still thinking about you. Well, that's nice. But you're my family now, and that's what's important. I'll find out what they're after if I have to do it myself. Huh, you don't. We're all in this together, and we'll help you get your answers. This ship's so fancy. There's so much to see, I can't even decide where to start. I mean, I would if this thing had a chef. I was hoping for some tasty grub. Well, we're flying with a skeleton crew right now. Chefs aren't exactly essential on a ship compared to, say, engineers. But that's why we need to get to work on recruiting students. The more we get, the better the Courageous. Makes sense when you put it like that. Makes me kind of jealous of the nobles, though. That the Pantagruel's got some real top-class chefs on board. They gave you some super fancy food when they took you aboard, right? How was it? Well, it's not like I could really enjoy it that much, given the whole hostage thing. Hell, I guess it couldn't hurt to ask. Have you ever heard of something called the Black Workshop before? Huh? Hold on. Who told you about it? I figured she might know. That Altina girl mentioned it to me. She said it's the place she belongs to. She also said they loaned her to the Alliance. Just what kind of place loaned someone else a girl? How much can I say here? Is the confidential info in Air Intelligence Division file enough? That sounds like stuff you shouldn't be telling me, but sure. Well, don't know where it is or anything, but it's a really unique arms workshop. They make weapons to order, but one thing they have in common is that are all super powerful and super hard to use. You know, for terrorists, high-level Jaegers, customers like that. That huge rifle Crow used to shoot Gramps was probably made there too. You think? Well, it was designed to hit a target over 3,000 yards away with the pinpoint accuracy. That's pretty nuts. Claire says it's the same one he used when he faked his own death back at the mine, too. But if they did make it, wonder if that means they're allied with the Alliance. That's a lot to take in. But why would a girl like Altina be affiliated with a place like that? And there's that Alliance of hers. That's basically her personal arrogant lung. Wait a second. Does the Black Workshop make the combat shells or something? What about Harrogate for that matter? Hahaha! Ding ding ding! Gramps used to do business with them through the intelligence division, from what I hear. But about a year ago, guess all contact with them just stopped. Doctor was trying to find out where the actual workshop was for a while, but he didn't have any luck. Is that so? Still, I bet you're gonna run into that girl and her Sammy sooner or later. I'm getting kind of rival vibe from them, you know? Me and Lammy have gotta keep up our training so we can beat them. We're gonna do 1,000 arm slings a day and 1,000,000 push-ups. And we're gonna be so buff you won't even know what hit you. Just be sure to do those arm slings on the deck and away from people so you don't hit anyone. Now that I know more about that workshop, though, it's more mysterious than ever. We might need to add them to our foes to watch out for, listed right under Ouroboros. Yeah, that definitely seems like a good idea. Right, and all that's left is the first floor. So let's head on down. Nice. So this is where the Orbital factory is. I could see myself coming here pretty often. George has said he brought the Orbital bike on board from Ymir too. Maybe it's here? Either way, I want to thank him while I'm down here. About the first floor. This area of the Courageous contains an Orbital factory. Like any other Orbital factory, you can forge weapons and synthesize quartz. Simply speak to George, and he will fulfill all requests. This area also happens to be the most spacious part of the Courageous. As this area is the most spacious part of the Courageous, it is also where Valimar and the Orbital bike are stored. Eventually, both of these can be customized as well. Customizing Valimar. Definitely seems an interesting idea. Hey George, everything doing okay here? Yeah, the Orbital factory's all ready for use. So if you need any work done on your ordnance, don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks. I'm sure we'll be taking you up on that very soon. By the way, you're the one who brought the Orbital bike on board, right? Guilty as charged. I figured it'd come in handy at some point. It was still in good condition thanks to Eustace, but I did make a few modifications to it. Modifications? Like what? Oh, I changed a few parts so that they'll be better suited to riding off the road. So now you should be able to ride it on rougher terrain. Feel free to take it for a spin at any time. You can ride it wherever we want, whenever we want. Really? Really. Even if it were to break down or something, it wouldn't be hard to come and collect it with the courageous. So go ahead and have fun riding it around. Thanks. I've got a feeling it'll come in handy. And to be honest, just the thought of getting it to ride it around all over the country gets me excited. Angelica would be proud. Oh, just one thing. About that sidecar we added to it. It was roughed up pretty badly during the attack on the Academy. Sorry. I can fix it for sure. It's gonna cost a lot of Mira to buy all the materials. So you'll have to go without it for a while. At least until we have the funds to repair it anyway. That's a shame. It is, but what can you do? Oh, one other thing about the bike. What would you say to giving it a brand new paint job? A paint job? Yeah, I saw this special feature in an automotive magazine about painting those recently. I thought it might be kind of fun to give it a shot ourselves, you know? Got the perfect test subject. You can easily set up a station over there. Why not give it a go if you're interested? I see. That does sound interesting. Yeah, I'll give it a shot once you're all set up. Sounds fun. Right, now ride the Orbital bike. Pressing the square button on the highway to open the navigation screen and pressing it again, ride the bike wherever you are. It's a square button twice in succession while on highways and certain field maps to ride the Orbital bike. Note that this cannot be done from within dungeons or during specific events throughout the course of the story. Press the circle button while on the Orbital bike to dismount. To resume riding, approach it and press the X button. I'll also customize the color of the Orbital bike. Customize the coloring of the Orbital bike by obtaining special items. Also, further customize the bike by purchasing the sidecar from George's shop, and then opening the customization menu and adding a checkmark next to the sidecar option. Only be done from within the Courageous's hold. Great. Here, yellow coloring and sidecar unit. At 429 Mira shy of getting the sidecar back. Hey, finally get a new master quartz, Orakumo. Attacks and crafts sometimes deal with critical damage. Definitely gonna be nice. Gonna hold off on it for now. Nothing is there. Not too new. Harkus covers get Door's faceplate black and red. Overall, I think good with the what got equipped for everyone. So all good there. As for ports, overall looks like all same as usual. Right. 11 total colors, which means 10 more to get. Hey, do you remember me? I'm Peyton, the mechanic from ZCF. I was here during the Courageous's maiden voyage earlier in the year, and His Highness asked me to hop aboard again. I won't be here for long, though. As soon as I've finished going over what George needs to know, I'll be getting off. Still, it's nice to see this baby from the inside again. Right, good to know. Great. Need to get things set up over here. Greetings, Awakener. Hey, Valimar. I take it your mana's recovered a little now? Affirmative. It stands at 50% replenished. I see that a new power has awakened within you as well. I don't know if I'd call it new exactly. This power's always been within me. Just didn't understand what it was or why it was there. But thanks to everyone's help, it finally feels like it's a part of me, if that makes any sense. Still, I need to keep practicing using it. I can't have a repeat of what happened aboard the Pantagruel. You appear to be aware of your own limitations. Much like how you learn to better synchronize with me through practice, humans must improve their specifications through similar means. You only need to work towards improvement to gain optimal proficiency for the battles to come. Huh. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I can't help but feel that one day this power will be useful to me as an Awakener too. I won't be able to use it all the time, but I'll do what I can to get better at making use of it. I look forward to it. Reen can now use the craft Spirit Unification. Using this craft allows Reen to unleash the power within him and fight for several turns in that state. Activating it cures all status abnormalities and increases Reen's strength in battle significantly. Spirit Unification. This craft unleashes the power sleeping within Reen. Raises raises his strength, defense, and speed by 50%, and imbues him with the Unleash status. Unleash changes crafts, nullifies status stat down. You can now use the quick travel in the Courageous by pressing the square button. Right, now I need to head on up to the bridge. Alright, I think I've seen all the key onboard facilities now. Now all that's left is to tell Toa where we're going next. Talking to Toa in the captain's chair will allow you to both select a destination and organize the party. Regardless of who is selected as Marine support in battle, free and will toward the Courageous alone. How to board the Courageous. After landing, you can board the Courageous again by pressing the square button and to access the navigation menu, followed by pressing the start button. Considering the PS4 controller does not have a start button, you need to assume that the options button. It's simple enough to confirm once actually out there. Note that this feature is not available in dungeons or select portions of the story. Courageous. Speak to Toa and select a destination to fly to a specific point within Arabonia. Turn to the ship at any time by pressing the square button, then by pressing the options button. Oh, thank you for confirming that for me that quickly, game. Note that this cannot be done from within dungeons or specific events throughout the course of the story. Checking and reporting quests. I'll confirm and report quests by inspecting the orbital computer on the bridge. Reporting quests nets AP, which will in turn periodically raise your student rank and earn new rewards, making it wise to check in frequently. Checking student information. Inspecting the computer also gives you access to the latest information available regarding board students scattered all across Arabonia. Once the information has been read, it will automatically be recorded into your notebook. Already got all of the information so far. That's something new added. Nothing new. Stop over at Legram first. Do you have two students in Legram, so it's an easy place to start. Oh, by the way, there's something I heard right before I left the academy that you might find interesting. Apparently, there's a number of second-year Thor students out there trying to fight the Alliance. Really? Yeah. Supposedly, after helping the first years escape, they split up and spread out across the country. They've been on the move ever since, trying to set up Argus relay devices wherever they can. Wow. I can believe it, though. Our second years are pretty tough. And don't you forget it. But seriously, if we can find them, I'm sure they'd be a great asset to our cause. There's a chance that you'll run into them in a populated area, but I'm guessing you'll have better luck on the highways. I'll keep that in mind, Toa. Thanks. Great. Choose the first destination. I think these are the only places it'd be safe for us to land right now. Travel to Ymir. Nord. Corellia Proving Ground. Remains of Corellia Fortress. Legram. And you've decided where you want to go? Let me know and I'll take you there. Will do. Thanks.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah, as I already cited here, starting with the Legram.
Leave it to me!
Right. First west. Right. Start off by talk to you. Battery or cargo, right? Hawkins' friend. Oh, you put in a request for help, but what are you doing all the way out here in Legram? Did something happen? What do you think happened? A bunch of noble soldiers came busting into the host district. That got us real salty, so I gave them some of the old babang, kapow. Then they got mad at us and turned the tables. Wouldn't give up either. Then battery, darn it. I parsed that correctly. It sounds like he really needs our help with something. And I guess Pattery's in trouble? That's about all I got too. Should try to get him to calm down a little so he can explain things before it's too late. Maybe bringing Marcus with us would help. I mean, they are friends of a sort. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Let's go back to the Courageous and get him. Darn soldiers, all big for their boots, thinking they're so tough. They deserved the kapow we gave them. Couldn't think they'd be so stubborn though. But Battery would. God darn it. Well, he's still crying. Guess we won't be able to get anything else out of him while he's like this. Allow me to translate. The patrolling soldier's arrogance irritated him and Battery greatly. In response, they tried setting traps for them using boxes and drum cans in an effort to drive them away. Naturally, this did not go according to plan, as anyone with half a brain would expect. Marcus, what are you doing here? Don't need a dork like you to help me sort this out. I'll do just fine on my own. Of course, I can tell from the tears streaming down your face that you're off to a flying start. Marcus, I have no idea how you turned what he just said into what you just said, but I'm impressed. I wasn't aware that you spoke delinquent. I'm gonna have to remember that one. That is a very good line, Eustace. Unfortunately for me, I've had to put up with the two of them for a long time now. You pick some things up after a while. I'm fairly sure I know how the rest of the story goes too. The traps failed to have their intended effect. The soldiers gave chase. As they ran, Cargo and Battery lost sight of one another, which led to their current quandary. Yeah, that's right. We're run from him. That Battery told me to go on ahead. We're supposed to meet up here, but she still hasn't shown. Battery! Well, at least we finally gotten to the bottom of what happened. This means that the soldiers did capture her after all. Well, it wouldn't be a surprise with how heavily guarded the capital is. I hope she's alright. I'd save your concern. Those two always defy expectations. Don't take a word they say at face value. What's that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean, Machias? Cargo, we should make a few things clear. You two definitely specified Legram as the town to meet up in, correct? That's what I said, didn't I? I mean, you were kind of panicking at the time with the soldiers chasing us and all. But Pattery took out a map and pointed right at the part where Legram is. He said we were meeting at a tiny little place in the boonies where no soldiers would ever or even care enough to find us. Maybe you shouldn't talk about the town like that right in front of all of its residents. Way to show your appreciation. Still, they had a map. Can't imagine we're dealing with any sort of misunderstanding. Neither can I. They're both Harabonians, so it's not likely that they'd end up in different towns. One more question, Cargo. Were you both on the same side of the map when you were doing this? Or were you on opposite sides, facing one another? Yeah, we were facing each other. So what? Have you worked something out, Machias? I think so. When they agreed on their destination, one of them was looking at the map upside down. I doubt she ever even mentioned Legram. He probably pointed to a part of the map and said, here. They probably didn't even realize how much of a misunderstanding it would cause. Interesting. Very impressive. I won't even ask if your deductive reasoning is the result of pure logic or past trauma. Good. You're the last person I need on my back when I'm dealing with these two. Still, if that's the case, then Pattery's gone off to an entirely different town. Should look for a town that fits her description and is on the opposite side of the capital from Legram. Good thing we have the Courageous. Okay, we're off to find a Pattery. Any objections, Cargo? Did you work something out? What are you wasting time here for, then? You find her, let me know right away. You better promise. We will. Just stay away from me. Or getting snot everywhere. Right. No map. Aside from a board of the Courageous. Right. Go and collect the other two students. Right in here. Oh, you're back. Vivi, have you been here all this time? I had no idea. Why the long face, though? Well, Lynn and I got separated while we were escaping Thors. Haven't heard so much as a word from him or about her since. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I've prayed for her to be okay more times than I can count. I even started watering the plants here for extra Adios brownie points. Oh. They're still not doing very well. Ugh, I'm useless. Both as a garden... Work correctly, Tongue. Both as a gardening club member and as a human being. I guess it's always been like this. I'm only ever able to do anything because I've got Lind, and now that I don't... this isn't you. Me? Or the kind of person who loves causing trouble and pulling pranks on everyone. Like Adel, me, Lind, even Reen sometimes. Skip classes and even your club meetings. Pretend to be Lind when to embarrass her and anyone who gets involved. But in the end, you always leave everyone with a smile on their face. Works with the flowers too. They always look so happy whenever you take care of them. So sitting here alone, praying for someone to solve your problems for you, isn't you. Nobody would stop the VV I know from running out and finding Linda herself. He's right. And as it so happens, we're flying the Courageous all over Erebonia now. I can't guarantee you'll find her, but if you come with us, there's a chance that you'll hear something about where she might be. So what do you say? Are you willing to lend us a hand? You guys, of course I will. I don't know what's gotten into me lately. But if anyone should go out there and hunt her down, it's gotta be me. Sisters need to look out for each other, right? Bingo. Welcome to the team, Vivi. Thanks. We're awfully lucky. It's not every day Erebonia's loveliest lady joins a ragtag band of adventurers like you. Vivi was welcomed aboard the Courageous. Right, and one more here in Legram. Right in here. Oh, hey guys. Casper, it's great to see you again. How have you been? Doing alright here? So far, so good. I'd like to think I'm making myself useful here in the training hall, doing whatever I can. Not that that's much, though. I'm basically just taking care of weapon maintenance and importing more when necessary. Sounds useful to me. All the trouble that's fallen this town, I'm sure they appreciate all the help they can get. Speaking of helping out, actually, Reen told Casper that they were looking for fellow Thor's students to fight with them aboard the Courageous. Me? On the Courageous? Well, I'd love to, but... Hey, quick question. Can you use the Courageous to fly over to the west? I mean, theoretically, sure. Could use it to fly anywhere. That's not part of the area we're responsible for, though. You were told to focus all of our efforts on the east side of Erebonia. Meanwhile, Prince Oliver and Viscount Arceda are more than capable of handling the west. Even if we could go, there's a very real risk that we'd get caught up in something and shot down. Not my idea of a good time. Yeah, that makes sense. Just figured I might be able to go and see how my family was doing over there, that's all. Forgot that you came from a town near the shore over there. I can hardly blame you for being worried. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm sorry, but I'm just staying here in Legram for now. I'm hoping I'll get the chance to head over there and check on them myself. Alright, that makes sense. Wonder if we can find out for ourselves whether they're safe or not. Well, he might be more inclined to come with us if he hears that his family's safe. But how can we find that out? Our best bets are probably the radio or newspaper, come to think of it. Radio's not really an option right now, but I can think of one newspaper that wouldn't be hard to get our hands on. Maybe we should pick up a copy from somewhere? Well, let's see. Ain't nothing. First, second. Didn't really have anything useful. Alright, so let's try here. Oh. Thing helpful. This one. Maybe. I'll at least talk to him again. See if that does anything. Oh, come on. There's gotta be something in here that can tell us how Casper's family's doing. Right here, this part. What brings you back here? Casper, hear me out. I know you're worried about things back home. I think chances are good that your family's just fine. Seriously? What makes you think that? Well, check out the sixth and the seventh pages. Rean gave Casper the Imperial Chronicle. Chronicle? Read one of these in a while. Actually been too busy worrying, actually. While the number of refugees unfortunately kept growing over the course of the battle, height of danger never reached any densely populated areas, and as such, civilian casualties are currently thought to be minor. That's definitely you get me. No way, it's actually talking about the coast. And this. It says that while the battle started near the coast, most of it took place farther inland. That's kept civilian casualties to a minimum. We take this to be the truth. I'd say your hometown and your family are probably just fine, wouldn't you? Sounds like that area dodged a bullet. There's always going to be a little bit of doubt until you see them again, but it should be safe to assume they're okay. Going simply off of the evidence we've collected, I think it's likely that your family's safe. Even with the Imperial Chronicle's recent biases, they have no reason to start reporting outright lies. Oh man, thank goodness. Can't thank you guys enough for bringing this to me. I've been worried and sick about everyone for so long now that this is a massive weight off of my shoulders. I can see the relief in your face. But at least now I don't feel quite as much of a need to get over to the west to check up on everyone. So, you got me. I'll join you guys on the Courageous and help out however I can. Welcome aboard. Let's fight for our families together. You bet. And Casper was welcomed aboard the Courageous. Well, technically all done here with Graham. Monsters have fully analyzed. There. 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 And can't do anything with those two. Anything with the Lord of Drongo either. And still some info don't have it there. Aside from the Magic Knight, might be able to get info Isengard range. How's Ymir Valley? Well, not going to worry about it too much. Your enemy didn't get thanks to the events. Right, back to the courageous. Don't think I got anything from you yet. That's changed there. Alright.
Where do you want to go?
Oh.
Full speed ahead!
Possible. That kid ended up here in the Ymir. Hey. Couple quest markers over here. Come on, spit it out. Where do you hide a cargo? I know you did it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Wait, whose cargo? Is that Battery? Well, I'm glad we found her. I can't believe she actually ended up here. It looks like Marcus's theory about the map was correct. Yeah, might be a good idea to let him know before we try talking to her. She really was here. Hey, Battery, could you please stop causing problems for strangers? Marcus! What are you doing here? Huh? It's not like I actually care, but it's nice to see your stupid face. I suppose. She's acting a bit odd. Oh well. Glad to see that you're well too. But seriously, what were you thinking, trying to pick a fight with the army? You heard all about what happened. No good can come from worrying people so much, you know. What? Look who's talking. Pardon? Got no idea how worried a host was when we heard you were wanted by the army. All we you. You were dead or dead in a gutter somewhere. Then, Uncle Carl ended up getting arrested on top of it all. Why do you think we started picking fights in the first place? We're scared. We're ticked off. We were... Whatever. It's better for us to do it than letting some amateurs try their luck. So that's what really happened. Sorry, I had no idea that was the case. Sorry for worrying you all so much. Should be saying that to everyone back home, not me. Anyway, that idiot Cargo said he was gonna meet me here ages ago. He still hasn't shown up. So you're gonna help me look for him. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Whoops, completely slipped my mind. No, she really did intend for them to meet here. Though there's no way to tell who was in the wrong now. This whole affair is so ridiculous, I'm not sure it even matters at this point. What, you guys know something? Better not have him tied up somewhere, as if you do. Let's say we bring him here before she accuses us of anything else. They flew the courageous telegram to pick up Cargo, then brought him back to Ymir. Battery! Cargo! You've been up to all this time. Was freaking out like crazy, you darn pipsqueak. Where the heck was I? The heck were you? Ultra headlock time! Arr! Just who are these people? Well, they're refugees from Heimdall. I really am sorry for all the trouble she's caused. I know this is a lot to ask, but would it be possible for them to stay in Ymir until the situation improves there? Well, sure. They're not how I pictured people from Heimdall to be, but sure. Wow, check it out. There's a really warm-looking pond over there. Watch it, loser. That's clearly a trap. Ain't no one would put something that nice smack dab in the middle of town. Wow, you're right. We're so smart, Battery. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go have a quick word with them so they don't go causing any more trouble. Must be tough being you, Machias. I'd like to think we all had our fair share of challenges this time. Still, I suppose all's well that ends well. And that's the quest complete. The Bunny Watch has a reward. Yeah. Increases HP and EP for speed and prevents delay. Definitely be helpful. Yeah, got every master reports that party members left added equipped. Information to someone. First of all, giving Caius the Dragon Vein. Heat 1 is also going to be good for him. Attack 1. Hit 1 as well. Need to use this. Give it a golden sphere. Frost Edge. Heat 1. And Mind 1. Sarah. Gonna keep those 2 window slots open. One open. Leg breakers go there. Luminous Radar and Petrify. Let's see, anything that would be good for it. Anyone? I'll change up wait. Great, I'll get there. Head back to the Courageous. Got one thing to check on it real quick. have it paused at the moment. I'll be right back. I'll hop over to intermission and just gonna mute the. Hey. Get confirmation that I need to go ahead and wrap things up tonight. Honestly, it's a pretty good spot. Sure, didn't get much done because a lot of cutscenes. But now we've got plans set. Well, Tuesday, plan on picking up right where we left off. Right. Think how to Corellia next. That's the plan for Tuesday. Well, maybe something else will come up instead. Never know. Well, worry about that when get to that. See you guys then. Later.